Yes, look, I'm Espé, singer, songwriter, music producer. I react to your music, I make music, and I'm taking you with me. And today, we all know what we are here for. We are here for Violet's Tale and Kujo Beat Down. And while I'm waiting for the premiere of Kujo Beat Down, I'm going to listen to Violet's Tale. And about that, I understand why you were upset that I left it out from the trilogy of Jenizen's Screechy's Tale from my last video. But there is a reason for that, and it's not what you think, or maybe it is. Truth is, when I decided that I'm going to react to REN, I researched him a little bit. I looked at his YouTube channel, and out of curiosity, I just listened to a couple of songs of his. And one of those songs were Violet's Tale. And I listened to it, and I didn't realize that it is a part of a trilogy. And I listened to, I think, Murderer, and I had a really good first impression. So I thought, now I at least know who am I looking at a little bit. And that's why I didn't include it in my latest video, because I thought that it's not going to be a true first reaction. But there's just so much to unpack in these three pieces. I feel like I should look at it again. I only listened to it once, so it's still pretty fresh for me. But because I listened to it again, I can look at the lyrics. They are here on my other screen. I hope I can still provide you a nice reaction from Violet's Tale. I want to make you happy. So let's get listening. I kind of want to translate this. What's going on here? In death as in life, we shall never part. We have grown to the voice of the same heart. Ooh, I got chills. Oh my God. Ah, okay, let's continue. Wow. One thing, several things racing through my mind actually. I really like the detail of him having his legs up on the bed. It's a small little thing, but I get it and I appreciate it. And I really love that they show us how he plays the guitar, especially because I'm learning to play the guitar right now. And one, it's a great motivation for me to continue my practicing. And the second one, I can see his technique, which is quite excellent, as you would imagine. I listened to a recent interview with him where he detailed that he was busking a lot and he was addicted to busking. It shows. Sorry, how beautiful, haunting melody is that? Oh, I love a well-placed chromatic scale. So elegant, sarcastic, and sad and beautiful at the same time. Also, just the emotional state he starts this melody in, immediately immersive.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beats and bloodstained sheets, our lady weeps, she's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
By the way, did you notice that I'm breathing with him? That's how strong his presence in this video. And this is just a video, but because it was recorded live, it really shows how strong the impact of another human being can be. I wrote my thesis about this phenomenon that I am experiencing right now with his performance. To simply put it, it is very typical of us human beings to actually mirror the feelings and movements of people we see. And that's how we enjoy stories and plays and music, is that we mirror the emotion that is conveyed by the actor, a musician, or whatever. And I am so zoned on him that I'm breathing with him. And it was the same with the previous video. I'm just, yeah, give it to me, baby. That sounded more creepy than I intended it to be.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took a tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent...
Violet. Her beginning was violent. Such a poetic play with words and a choice of name for this story. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks, she met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Let me just appreciate the pickled bricks and little prick rhyme. Thank you.
Met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took a tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance.
Oh, God damn it. It doesn't matter if it's the second time watching this. It does have equally strong effect. This is the cycle of abusive relationships. Such a heartbreaking thing that we learn how to love when we are little kids and we identify love not just only on a mental level, but on a chemical and bodily level. We imbibe that feeling, we imbibe that pattern, and we fall for it hard many, many times in our lives before we realize if it's actually good for us.
History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? on her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess, he's left her bruised and broke.
I am not entirely a stranger to abusive relationships. Not from my parents, but from my life. I wouldn't want to name anybody or any specific thing. But I know for sure that one of the survival methods you may learn if you meet with this type of violence and you know you can't really physically protect yourself is that you just be as small as you can be and make no sound, say nothing, because whatever you say, it's going to make them even more angry. You wait for it to pass. And then after that, you pick yourself up. Ugh, just want to listen to that. She never stood a chance. I'm sorry I sang in it, but it's just such a beautiful melody. I want to hear it again.
But never left the room. History repeats itself. He'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess, he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet.
The flow is immaculate here. I heard him talking in the interview I watched from him about rapping and slam poetry like an instrument. He thinks about the human voice as an instrument. The singing is a cello and the rapping is a hi-hat. It acts like a hi-hat. And what he does is he is experimenting with different rhythms on some basic chord progression or a melody he likes. And then he develops the lyrics on top of that rhythm. And oh my God, he became very good at that. Well, he had time. I listened to his story in detail this day, guys, and he had fucking time.
Not one word, she stays quiet.
That chromatic scale.
London city, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, She was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005, a lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins are lying side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
Oh yeah. I feel as crestfallen as I felt when I first listened to it. If I may say so, even more crestfallen. I was thinking a lot about what this story means. How can it help people? All I can think about on the end of this story is just be kind. You can have your feelings, that's not what I'm implying. It's just you have to be the one who decides how you react to those feelings. One more thing I remember liking when I was listening to it, I just didn't want to stop it again. The line, that's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Did you ever think about that line? Because I thought of it several times while I was listening to this, and it's a brilliant line. Imagine a crashing pilot and imagine that force just crashing the jaw of an innocent woman.
Person who is rightly doing right, who is right there on the righteous path, no wrong in words I write. But the forces out there test me, Ren. I'm trying to find the path and forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't high Ren number 2. This ain't pendulums or songs of hope that can't talk from you. And the last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale.
Okay, I know this is a reference to another song of his, and I kind of already know that in that song there's two voices who are speaking to each other, because I was listening to the interview with him and he was talking about it. He was talking about that he has a hyperfixation on stuff and he can literally repeat a line for hours and hours and he won't get bored of it. It shows. And honestly, I am a little bit envious about that because I'm not like that. I know ADHD ain't fun to have, but sometimes I get tired and I get bored. He's saying that, last time the hope prevailed, and I presume that the song ends on a positive note. I mean, Hyven, but this ain't at the time. English. Okay.
No, just wait a sec. Cause there's nothing to be gained when you sever the neck. I know that art is a part of your heart, so you're upset. But this hate breeds hate, please wait, geez, Ren. I'm getting pretty sick of the sick boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Face it, you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen.
Okay, I can't believe that there's beauty to anger. Being angry is a natural thing. It is totally normal to feel. It is an art to find the place and the time when you can let it go and you can express it without harming anyone else. But acknowledging that you're angry and creating time and space for it to let it be expressed or use that energy is the best way to become a better human being. All right, let's get back to this.
I'm pretty sick of the sick boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Face it, you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen. Fuck it.
Yeah. You're mad. Hold on. I wanna do something which I didn't do yet, is to listen to the beat actually, because I think it's basically not a beat even. It's strings and brass players, and we have especially sharp chords playing in the background, played it very sharply. It's like that Hitchcock movie scene. That's how it exactly sounds to me, but let me just listen to it again.
Last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale. No, just wait a sec. Cause there's nothing to be gained when you sever the neck. I know the art is a part of your heart, so you're upset. But this hate breeds hate, please wait, geez, Ren. I'm getting pretty sick of the sick boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Face it, you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen.
Yeah, exactly what I said. There's a little bit of a percussion in there, but it's all chords and strings. And now we will receive some heartbeat, which you probably hear when you're pretty mad. imMERCYve.
Cut this worm with my razor blade pen. Fuck it.
Sorry. And the chorus hits. Yeah.
Hi, Kujo. Please don't try to struggle. Hear me out. See, I'm on your side, really. Well, I was till I found you could get a little greedy. Push your luck a little far. There's a moral, little Jimmy of the cookie and the jar. See the needy and the greedy, they're just trying to fill a hole. So they take and then they take and still the empty in their soul. They feel so hard done by. Poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too.
Yeah, it's so interesting. At first, the chorus enters and it's short and stabby, and to even more emphasize that, he cut the beginning of these samples or possibly recordings, I don't know. Well, if I were him, I would have recorded these things instead of using samples. That would have made sense. He chopped the beginning of the recordings to make it even more blade-like. It is quite a beef, guys. It's raw and it's delicious. He does look like that guy.
Shut up, slut. You said the no. I thought you said you like it rough. I thought you said she liked it rough. You're a bitch, man. What the fuck? I'm confused.
Am I actually hearing a woman struggle in my right ear right now? Wow. Suddenly so much things are happening, and this is like a theater play, basically. Okay.
Oh, you said the no. I thought you said you like it rough. I thought you said she liked it rough. You're a bitch, man. What the fuck? I'm confused by this dynamic. Like it's Bonnie and it's Clyde, but the killing you're committing is career suicide. Whoa, guys, you probably think that this is extreme. I won't lie. Maybe just a little bit mean, you know. I feel a little bad about it, really. Nah, I'm only messing, lad. I love to spank the greedy.
I'm a sucker for people who know how miserable life can be and they can make a joke out of it. It's the most beautiful thing a human being can do.
Whoa, guys, you probably think that this is extreme. I won't lie. Maybe just a little bit mean, you know. I feel a little bad about it, really. Nah, I'm only messing. dancing lad, I love to spank the greedy. I hope you wake up sweating from your nightmares, see me. I'm the sick boy that you enslave, free me. When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief want beef, want steal from me. That's how little thief lose teeth, you meal to me. I'm the subject matter.
Okay, that's how little thieves lose teeth. You meal to me. Bang! Oh my god. I love that line.
You are part of the scenery. This is how the sick boy works. You feeling me? Cunt, I'm sick with the pen. I went easy on the daughter. He's a friend, it's Zen. But if I ever hear your mouth speak the name of REN out in public, then it's public. You don't want that again. And no warning for your bitch, if a girlfriend too. Mrs. Nice behind the scenes. Poor Kujo, boo-hoo. If I ever read another fucking comment from you, then this is only part one. It's even worse than part two.
Damn, I'm a theater person in my heart, even though that dream is long broken. And when I see someone who can perform it as well, I just wish to see them on stage. Because if I see them on stage, I see them perform. My little broken heart, who couldn't make it to the stage and as an actress, feels a little bit more happy and a little bit less broken. I want to reinforce what REN asks of everyone who loves him, and that is don't go and write angry comments or harass Kujo Beat and his girlfriend. It won't make a difference if you go there and let your anger out and be abusive with them. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Hey, say hi to the people. Be peaceful, guys. Be peaceful. Okay, he wants to go. All right. See you in the next one. Bye.